Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna go over how to set Chia, how to set Madmax, and how to basically make everything work and start making plots and farming and start making money. So let's start at the beginning. We're gonna go to this website, chia.net, download. I'm going to leave all these links in the video description so you can just grab it from there. So we're gonna go to chia.net, and right here we're gonna click on install chia-blockchain. From here you're gonna choose your operating system. I use Windows, so I'm gonna click on Windows. Just click save. After it's done, you're gonna click on setup. Once you download it and install Chia, you're gonna hit create a new private key. And what's going to give you, it's going to give you a list of mnemonic words, and important is their order. So what you should do, you need to write it down. You can always use this tool, snipping tool, which basically gonna allow you to grab this and you can save it. However, it is still a digital version and it would be more secure to write it down. Once you've done that, you click next. It's going to look something like this, except right here is going to say syncing. So mine is already synced. I don't need to wait, but yours is going to start from the beginning. And it's going to take some time, maybe a day, maybe more. In my case, it took a while. So you just wait. And after you're done, you can go right here to wallets, and you need to copy this address right here. This is receive address of your Chia. You can just click that button. It's gonna copy, and next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna go to this website, faucet.chia.net. You're going to input your address. You're going to hit not robot. Okay, I hit submit. So in my case, I already claimed, but if you haven't, you will get a tiny amount of Chia, and it's going to come to your wallet. It's going to show right here, here. So the reason for that is because when you create a pool, you need to have a tiny amount in your wallet in order to create a pool. So once this is synced, it's green, and right here it's going to show you the current time. So 7:33 p.m., 7:34. You're going to go to pools. You're going to make sure you got your amount, your tiny bit amount of Chia. And once you've done that, you're going to go to pool. You're going to hit this button, add plot NFT, and connect to pool. So I'm going to choose this. And over here on this website, you have a list of pools you can join. I like this pool space. I have it open right here. And in order for me to join this, you click this button. It gives you the URL, which you're going to use based on your location. So if you're in America, you use this. If you're in Europe, you use this. If you're in Asia, use this one. I'm in America, so I'm gonna use the first one. I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna go back to my app. I'm going to input this here. I'm gonna Control V to paste. Fee, you just leave it the way it is. And right here, you just click create. Once you created the pool, it's going to look something like this, except all the numbers are going to be 0 because you haven't created any plots. So the next step would be to create plots. And for that, we are going to use this tool called Madmax. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is what it is. I'm plugging it right now on my remote machine. Go back to here. So we're going to download this tool by scrolling down and hitting this button right here, plot manager. it should open automatically. If it doesn't, you just go to your default download folder. In my case, it's the downloads folder. So if you're using WinZip or WinRAR, in my case this is WinRAR, you just right click and hit extract to plot manager. If you're using 7-zip, it might look different, but it has the same functionality. You just need to extract to plot manager and it's going to create a folder. I would suggest to grab the folder and just put it on your desktop. Okay, so now that we have our plot manager on the desktop, I'm going to open this plot manager.exe. And so from here, we are going to do the following. In your final folder, this is going to be your destination folder. This is where you're going to put the letter of your drive or of your storage. So once you've done that, say for example, in my case, I'm going to choose just random folder. I'm going to choose say this F drive. Doesn't matter because I'm not going to do any plots. I'm just showing you. In here, number of plots, you are going to determine how many plots you can fit on your drive. Now I have two types of drives, and so these are the numbers I'm showing you. On 8 terabyte drive you can fit 73 plots. On 10 terabyte drive you can fit 91 plots. So if you have 10 terabyte drives, just put this number right here, 91. After that, after you fill these two, you go to settings and you are going to get your farmer public key. In order to get it, you are going to go to start and you're going to type CMD. You're going to click on command prompt and we are going to input the following. I'm going to leave this in the video description so you can just copy and paste. However, there is small change we need to do before doing that. So the one I was using is my version of Chia is 1.218. If your version of Chia is different, you need to change this before inputting. So in order to do that, just go to Chia, your app, go help and hit on about Chia blockchain. It's going to pop up this little window which is going to tell you the current version of Chia. So this version of Chia is 1.2.3. We're going to go back here. We're going to change this to 3. We're going to select and Ctrl C to copy. Go back to command prompt, Ctrl V and hit enter. It's going to give you this information. And from here, all you need is this public key. You're going to click and drag to select. You're going to hit Ctrl C. You're going to go back to your plot manager. And in farmer key, you're going to hit Ctrl V to paste. Next, we're going to go to Chia and we're going to go to pool. In the pool, you need to find your pool contract address. It can be found over here. If you go to this, the question mark sign, you can see another window pops up. You can just hover and go to this button and you hit copy to clipboard. It's going to copy. You go back to Madmax. You input this information here, Ctrl V to paste. Next thing you need to do is change this number. You don't need to worry anything else. You can just leave it by default. But this number is going to depend on what is your CPU. So we are going to go over here to a taskbar. We're going to right click. We're going to go to task manager. And we're going to go to the second tab. It says performance. Over here you can see what is the CPU you're using, how many cores or logical processors you have. So this one has 12. I'm going to input actually 10 because I like to leave a couple just so it has some power to run other apps on the background. In the temp folder, this is the SSD drive or NVMe drive, the fast drive that you are going to be using to create plots. If you have two, you give this the second directory, but if you have one, you can just give it the same. I'm not sure if it works if you just leave it blank, so it doesn't matter. You can just leave the same drive. This is how I do it. It works fine. Yeah, this is it. Everything else is fine. Just these couple of changes, and you go back to the main menu and you hit start. So this is my other computer, the one that's actually running my plots, and I'm going to show you how it works. So once you hit start, it's going to start writing information right here, and it's going to start with this. So it's going to tell you the number of plots out of how many plots, because I said 73 right here, it's making 73 plots. It's going to tell you how many logical processors I'm using. In my case, I set it to 30 because my CPU has 32. I leave 2 to run like other tasks, and I have 30. And at the end, once it's done doing plot, it's going to tell you how many minutes it took, and that it started to copy plot 2. In my case, it's E drive. So once all this is going, you need to do one last thing in order to Chia to recognize your plots. You go to pool. All these numbers are going to be 0. So what you need to do, you need to go to plots and you hit this button, you go right here and you add plot directory. Right here you can see these are all my drives. If I have a new drive, I'm just gonna add it. So just click on it. If you have a folder, it's important, by the way, if you have a folder and you are creating plots inside the folder, you need to tell Chia and show it the exactly directory inside the folder. I don't have any folders. I just have a drive and no folders, just easier. So I already added it, so I'm not going to click this button, so I'm just going to cancel. So once it appears in the list, you can close. And if you go back to pool and it's still not showing, you can just give it a few seconds. Sometimes it takes a while. If it still doesn't show, you go click here and you do refresh plots. So I'm going to show you right now. In my pool I have 1513, and I've been plotting for an hour or so, and so you can see 1513. Go to plots. I'm going to do refresh. I'm going to go back to pool, and you can see it updated. I have now 1522. So if you are using Madmax, you need to come here once in a while, go to plots and do refresh plots. Because if you're using a third-party app, the Chia app is not going to know that you added a new plot or you didn't, so you need to do it manually. Now that's it for the Madmax. I'm going to show you the last thing, the plots, how you can still do Chia plots inside the app. It's not efficient. I don't like it. I don't use it anymore, and I don't suggest using it, but I'm still going to show you. If you go to plots, you go to add plot, and right here you can choose the number of plots. If you just keep this as default, add plot to queue, and say you pick 10, it's going to do one by one. So once it finishes one, it starts another one. If you choose this option, it's going to plot in parallel, meaning it's going to do all 10 plots at the same time. You can have them delayed. Say if I put 30 minutes, it means it's going to start one. After half an hour, it's going to start the second one. After half an hour, it's going to start the third one, and so on. The biggest downside of all this is if you are doing 10 plots at the same time, you need to have enough space. For one plot, you need a temporary space of 239 gigabytes. And so if we are doing, say, 10 plots at the same time, you need to have 2.5 terabytes. And say we're gonna go for the most amount of plots you can do at the same time. Say you want to, your CPU is very super powerful, that it can do many plots. So 29 plots is the maximum you can do. I'm going to open a calculator and let's check it out. 29 plots, that multiplied by 239 gigabytes. So you need a drive of 7 terabytes. I already got one, I found one, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to Newegg website, and so you can see the prices. For 8 terabyte drive, the cheapest would be $1,299, which is expensive and it's not going to benefit you. So I would not suggest to use this option, to not do plotting inside of this app. I would suggest to use this Madmax plotter. In this case, you can just use something like, let's go. So I picked this drive for 500 gigabytes from Crucial. It's only $55, and the speed of, well, more than enough. For one plot, it's more than enough, because one plot, I believe it took no more than 1 megabit per second, and so this one can do almost 2.5. Just keep in mind that plotting Chia is going to kill your drives fast, and so if you're paying $55 or $1,300, well, I think the difference is huge. Alright, this is it for my tutorial. Like I said, I'm going to leave all the links and all the information you need in the video description below, so you can just copy it from there. And yeah, I hope it works out for you. I hope you don't have many questions. I hope it was clear, but if you do, you can just leave your questions in the comment below. I will do my best to answer and help you out. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more. Right, thanks for watching.